So you've just been hit by a wave of inspiration and you suddenly have the urge to blow your kid's college fund on that pile of shame you've been neglecting. And chances are you've been looking for supplies at your local game store when you get home to realize there's no instructions for this kind of thing. When I started, I sucked. But now, with a couple years of experience behind me, I've made this video to compile some of the basics I initially overlooked. Here is one of the projects I've currently got going on. I've customized it with bits that the original model typically doesn't come with, and sculpted a few details with a putty called Milliput, which makes him cool and feel all the more unique. And the paint's worth every penny. They have excellent coverage, and the pots have just enough juice in them to last a lifetime. Oh, fuck! So the gear may be a touch impractical, and yeah, it'll maybe cost you several bajillion dollars, but just... well, look at it. That's what you'll probably hear when you ask us why we take out a second mortgage to colour small plastic men. There's something so therapeutic when it comes to assembling and personalising each model, and once you get enough of them, it's rewarding to see the fruits of your labour. But before we roll up our sleeves, it's worth mentioning to ignore that perfect expectation on the box, and to find your own style you can enjoy. You see, there's a variety of ways to approach each model. Each method can contribute to different results, such as sweet glowing effects or bragging rights. To properly utilize your paint, experiment with its dilution. A wet palette gives control over the consistency, whereas a dry brush is great for broad, quickly applied layers. Now, despite this, there's still some general ground rules to be considered. Taking the time to properly prime and base coat your models, for instance. And the highlights don't have to be smooth to look good. Well-placed contrasts with appropriate colors can make pretty much anything look professional. Finally, try not to set any limits as to what you want to achieve. With enough practice, you'll get to a point where you can really project your ideas accurately, so don't be too hard on yourself. Linked in the description are a couple of websites worth checking out if you're further interested. Whether you want to try something new or finish what you once started, there's no better site for sore eyes than miniature painting. It's like therapy, only more expensive.